So far our collage is shaping up, but we need to move everything to the right to make more space. To do that, click in the Layers palette on layer 7, shift click on layer 1, and then use the Move tool to drag them all in one go to the right so that they fit like so. Let's just check that the canvas has got space at the top and bottom as well. That's fine. Now it's a bit like a jigsaw. We can carry on building from the top or from the bottom, but it's important to get key areas right, like this very busy market stall you'll find if we go to shot number 11. So double click to open that, Control A, Control C, Control W. Once we've used it we can close it up, which leaves us our background image again. Control V, you can tell we like our keyboard shortcuts here, and then Control T to transform. So it becomes a bit repetitive. Type in 22% to shrink it down, hit return, and then click the tick. And then what we can do is get rid of the project bin for the moment, and Control plus to zoom in. Hit 5 for the keyboard shortcut to give us 50%, and then we can align the key features like so. And remember, it doesn't matter too much if they're not aligned properly. It's all part of the collage trick. Hockney actually has double images sometimes, so you see repeating patterns, but we'll try and get it a little bit more accurate than that. So there is the next important shot. Now I've taken shot 22, which is this one here. Let me just show you that in the Layers palette, and I've actually popped it down the bottom so that it's actually underneath this lady here, so we don't chop off the top of her head. So that's shot 22. Okay, here's shot 12, which I've just rotated slightly to try and align it with these streamers that you can see here. They're very distinctive, so it gives us a rough idea of where this shot should go. Hit return, and then that's it transformed, and 0 to come back to full opacity. And here we've got shot 15 and shot 19, which are popped on top of each other like so, and I've rotated them slightly to get them to align with the rest of the photo. And you've got this great bit here where the guy's disappearing off the edge of the frame, and that's the great thing about collages. They have lots of little fragments of time all combined into one still image, so they give you an impression of the day passing by in a very busy market. I've just pasted shot 21 into the collage, and I'm just aligning it now by popping it on top of the other layers, pressing 0 again to go to 100%, and now I'm going to pop it underneath the previous layers just so it doesn't chop off the guy on the top layer. So you can reorder the layers once you've aligned your source file. And here we have source file 13, which has been popped up at the top, and hit 0 to return it to full strength. And I've finished adding the other source files to the shot now, and I've rotated some of them to try and get them to match. The perspective distortion was quite dramatic in this section here, so you can see that there's a fair bit of rotation of the buildings going on, and they don't quite align, but that's great because that gives you a sense that it's made up of lots of different source files rather than one big seamless panorama. And you've also got different layers appearing at the edges here. You've got people walking in and out of the frames, and just a general sense of time passing in this square in Venice. And you can fine tune things by choosing the Move tool, Auto Select Layer, so that basically means that what you click on will allow you to select and move the layer accordingly. So it's a very quick way of just fine tuning the position of various components. And if you want to show the bounding box, that helps you identify selected layers more easily. Okay, so once you've done that, you can then start to maybe tweak some of the levels here. For example, this bit here is quite dark, so let's go to Enhance, Adjust Lighting, Levels. And what we're going to do is, you can see that that particular layer has got no real highlights, so let's just drag the highlight slider to the left, and it's brightening it up. And as well as brightening it up, it also makes the texture different to the surrounding images, and that gives you a nice textural variety to your composite image. And we could do that with another photo like this one here. Go to Enhance, Adjust Lighting and Levels. We're not trying to correctly expose all of the photos in this collage, we're just purely changing the tone on various sections. I'm going to leave this one here untouched, for example, because I like the contrast between here and here. So you want a nice variety to your components. I've just adjusted the brightness of this section here as well, and as a finishing touch, just grab the Dodge tool and select a layer like this one here. If you go to click on the Move tool and go back to Dodge again, and just make sure that it's set to an exposure of 50%, target shadows, and just spray in the corner, and that just enhances the sharp corners of some of these files like so. If we go back to this one, click here to select, back to Dodge again, just another way of enhancing and blending and mixing all the shots together to create a collage effect. I'm just going to do that with this one up here as well. So V for move tool, select that, back to dodge again. I'm just going to lighten up the corner there a little bit, like so, just to kind of almost add a vignette to the individual frames. Hit tab to see the shot as a whole, and there you have your Hockney style collage.